You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. As part of California's efforts to crack down on white supremacist groups, 102 people now face charges as part of an investigation by state and federal authorities. According to ABC 30, the investigation, dubbed Operation Lucky Charm, initially targeted both the Fresno-based street gang, the Fresnecks, and the prison-based Aryan Brotherhood. Authorities on both the federal and local level took part in the 11-month investigation, with the primary focus being on cutting off lines of distribution for drugs and guns. $136,000 in cash, 90 pounds of meth, 47 guns, and 6 pounds of heroin were confiscated by authorities. This is a huge issue, Kelly, because, of course, the FBI has talked about the greatest threat to the country, white domestic terrorists, ignored in many ways by the Donald Trump administration, now is going to get a serious look by the Biden administration. I expect a totally different DOJ and FBI effort when it comes to white supremacists.
I do too, because it has been blatantly obvious, certainly in the last 4 years, that white domestic terrorism is a real threat to national security. And by the list of things that they had, that the federal government seized from these respective organizations, just two of them or one of them, I couldn't hear all of it, but just by the few that you mentioned, that's a lot of contraband. That is a lot of potential violence that could have been on the street as a result of that contraband. And it feels like, at least now, that white terrorist organizations aren't held accountable just because they're white. They are the ones who are on this land now, not ISIS, not Al-Qaeda, not the Taliban. Them, Aryan, neo-Nazi, Ku Klux Klan, all of them. They're here in this country, maybe next door to you, some of their members. And no one really takes that into consideration when you're talking about threats to national security. So it is definitely my hope that the Biden administration and administrations after really take a hard look at what's going on in this country regarding those organizations and put an end to the terrorism, because that's exactly what it is.
Well, this is why it matters, Michael, who is going to be in, who is president, because that sets the policies when it comes to the Department of Justice. And if the FBI has made clear that white domestic terrorists are going to be a problem in the future, you damn well better have a Department of Justice and an FBI, a DEA, and others who are targeting them, because that has a direct impact on the lives of black people.
Absolutely, and Attorney Generals Barr and Sessions mostly ignored those reports about what white supremacist groups and racist groups like the Ku Klux Klan, as Kelly mentioned, she did the whole list, and they just totally ignored it. The Justice Department didn't do anything, no sanctions, no investigations, nothing, even though the FBI wanted to do more work related to them, but they were not allowed. So now, hopefully, this new Justice Department will say, you know what, we are going to take a stronger look, because they're the ones causing the havoc. They're the ones causing the confusion. They're the ones causing the chaos. And so hopefully we'll have a Justice Department that'll come down on these white supremacist groups.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.